Welcome, everybody, to Keeping Up with Kym and Keeping It Real with Kym. We have an amazing segment today because we have a really awesome guest star. Please let me introduce you to AEW star, the master of the Tornado DDT, Fuego del Sol.
Thank you so much for having me, Kym. I'm excited to
No,
be here,
thank
excited to
you.
talk to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here and making time. And I know you're on the complete other side of the world to us. So, Oklahoma, correct?
Yes, yes. Right now,
Okay,
that is the spot I'm living.
awesome. So, how's the weather out there?
It's been cold the past couple of days, but the sun is finally back out, so I could enjoy a little bit of vitamin D today.
There you go. Yeah, you got to send some this way because we've been having a lot of rain, which is needed, but at the same time, it's like everybody's looking for the sun as well too. So, yeah, when you guys are done with that sun, just send it a little this way. So, again, welcome. So this is huge because I have that background with the luchadors, and it's just very entertaining to watch because you're considered part of the luchador family, correct?
Of course, man. I've wore this mask now almost a decade long, and I'm very proud, very fortunate, and I love the traditions of the mask, and I hope that I'm doing everyone very proud by wearing it.
Well, I know you're doing me proud because, like I said, I mean, I go way back with Rey Mysterio Sr., Psychosis, way before WWF, WCW, ECW, they were all segregated. So it's just very close to my heart. So I'm really excited to be speaking with you and having you on our show. And we're going to tell you guys later about an event that's coming up that you're actually going to get to see Fuego in action. So before that, let's kind of go back and talk about the history of what made Fuego del Sol. What started you in the wrestling industry? I know a little bit that you started in your backyard. Didn't you start a YouTube channel and you started wrestling from there, and then it just kind of went viral? So take me, take our audience and everything through that.
Man, I've been a wrestling fan since the day I was born. I mean, my father's a huge wrestling fan as well, so I've always had a love for professional wrestling as for as long as I can remember. Got a camera for Christmas one year and started recording myself on the trampoline in the backyard, and I probably started when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and it just kept growing, and more neighborhood kids would get involved, and the channel started going, and I kind of was learning YouTube as YouTube was growing all together, and one thing led to another, and a few videos pop off, and we started making money from our YouTube channel. And I never really knew what I wanted to do with my life, but it kind of was an epiphany. Like it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, oh, if I can make money doing this in the backyard, and I love this so much, why not give this a shot and try to make this a reality? Try to chase the dream and become a professional wrestler. And I used that money and did exactly that.
Well, good for you. That's awesome. So when you first started out, was it just like you and some friends, or you and your any siblings, or how did you start out?
Yeah, I had two younger brothers, and then a couple cousins as well. And they would we have a very a very well knit tight neighborhood, and a bunch of the kids and friends from around the neighborhood would come over, and then it just kept advancing. When I got my driver's license, I would drive and go pick up people and bring them back to my house so we could do this. And like I said, I started getting paid right around 16, 17 years old, and it just kind of took off. And when all the neighborhood kids or all the school kids at school found out about this, they all wanted to then try to be a part of this. They could see the success and see my passion for wrestling. And I kept that passion and used that as fuel to become what I am today. And from KBW, which was the name of my backyard promotion, all the way now to AEW, living the dream.
No, I think that's amazing. So is it safe to say you became the popular kid at your school?
Yeah, so somewhat. I mean, wrestling is always going to have its doubters and the negative connotations that some people are just never going to understand. But I love it, and I feel like uh, for genuine people, they can see if you really love something and are passionate about something, they're drawn to that. They respect that, and definitely at school, people were all about it, especially when they found out I was making money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All of a sudden you're like, hey, BFF, like you didn't even like me in elementary school. Like, where did you come from?
out of nowhere
Yeah.
indeed.
And girls are like, oh, hey, hi, remember me? Like, you didn't give me the time of day. So,
Mm-mm.
no, I think that's awesome. And I think it's really important. And I like how you did that. And you just, it's almost like you became this mentor, because I can see when somebody creates something and they're doing something positive, and you're talking about getting the community involved, and kids, started coming around, hearing about this and bringing it in. You never know who's watching you. You could be doing something really positive, and you never know if your next door neighbor, might have been at one point, maybe something's going on in his life, and maybe was thinking about going a different direction, and then starts watching you, he may not even know you, or somebody down the street doesn't even know you, but they're seeing, hey, what's going on in this house? And let me go check it out. And next thing you know, you might not have known this, and just change somebody's life completely from going a different direction. Like, hey, I like this. He's on to something. I like this. And then you might have motivated this kid in ways you don't even know about. So I always think that it's really great when somebody is just has an idea and starts out for fun and it's passionate, because that's really where it grows into something huge. So, exactly like what you did. So I commend you for that. And I'm sure there's a lot of families and kids that have grown up with you over the years that can attribute back to, hey, that's my mentor, because of him, I'm doing this now. And, so has anybody ever came back to you with any stories like that?
A ton. I think, I it's weird. It's a weird byproduct of what happened. I just woke up every day loving professional wrestling and try to be a good person and do what I love to do. And to see that just living my life the way I've tried to live it has inspired and motivated others. It's been such a blessing to me in a way that I wasn't expecting. It's very unexpected, but it's something I'm very proud of and happy about. If I could inspire just even one person to follow their dreams, or to go a different route that maybe other people are not so sure of at first, but it's something they love to do, then that brings another smile on my face that I'm very, very thankful for.
Well, I think that's amazing. So tell me a little bit. So I know with myself working with the luchador wrestlers, like I said, going back to Rey Mysterio Sr., how did you come up with your mask, and how did you come up with I can't even speak, the design of your mask? And did you have anybody that helped you create your persona, and any storylines? Like, who do you attribute all that to?
Oh my gosh. So there was a bunch of different people that kind of helped add on to this. It's a group effort, I would say, over time that we've evolved into what Fuego del Sol is now. Again, I think originally I was trained by the Armstrong family and a man named Josh Payne, and they originally I was going to be a part of a tag team of Fire and Ice, Fuego Yellow, and things kind of shifted and morphed, and like I trained in Mexico a little bit, but it was originally just gonna be Fuego, and we transferred that into Fuego del Sol just because they thought I was always smiling all the time, like I was a ray of light, right? So like from the sun, and so we added the Del Sol because of my bubbly, happy personality, man. They my smile shines as bright as the sun. And so we went with Fuego del Sol. Originally, the mask was not what I wanted, and me and a mask maker out of Dallas named Sergio Reyes, we worked on it and kind of come up with it together. And we added the sun in the middle. Originally, it was going to be an F for Fuego, but then we kind of rearranged it and played with it over years, and now it's become this. And I love it. I feel like it's one of a kind. It's unique, and when you see it, I feel like it's the perfect representation of me.
I think that's awesome. So your signature move, the Tornado DDT, where did that come from? Did you just wake up one day and be like, I'm a tornado, whatever? Like, what inspired that? Because everybody has this inspiration move. We got The Rock with, can you smell what The Rock is cooking, and the people's elbow? And so what inspired the Tornado DDT?
Man, that's an hilarious story because when I was doing the backyard thing, I loved the DDT. It was one of my finishing moves, signature moves. but it was just the DDT. And I would do the tornado variant a few times, but I didn't think nothing of it. And when I went professional, I used it as a signature move, the Tornado DDT, because I thought it was cool. I'm fast. I can do a bunch of, flashy things, and the Tornado DDT was one of them. And I kind of had stopped using it for a while. And then when I slowly started getting into AEW, before I got signed, kind of just doing extra work for AEW, I was doing a bit with Cody Rhodes on Sammy Guevara's vlog on YouTube. And he had asked Sammy to be a part of the vlog. Sammy was trying to help me out and kind of get me more exposure. So he put me with Cody. And Cody, never half-assing anything, kind of went and Googled me. And he found an old wiki page that kind of had one of my signatures, the Tornado DDT, even though I really hadn't even done it in forever. But as we were doing the bit, he kind of surprised me and kind of was just listing off all my accolades from the independents when I was like, how does he know any of this? And just during that, he called me the master of the Tornado DDT. And he watched one of my matches that night. He kept saying, man, I hope he hits the Tornado DDT. I hope he hits the Tornado DDT. So as a way to pop Cody and to make him smile and laugh, I would always go for it, but never hit it because I was always losing the matches. So I would tease it every week. And they started calling me the Master Tornado T. If only I would win if I could only hit it. And then I finally did hit the Tornado DDT and get my first win. But I got to kind of accredit that to Cody Rhodes and give him his props, as well as Sammy Guevara. And then we kind of just played off each other weekly on Sammy Guevara's blog until I finally hit the Tornado DDT and mastered it the way I have now.
That's awesome. So we have something coming up. So all you wrestling fans out there, we have an event coming up in the next week that we're going to share with you. But before we get there, just real quick, I want to find out from you, who is your role model? Who out of all your luchador wrestlers, because there's so many of them, and it goes back to Blue Panther and, even ones that have, long gone, Mil Mascaras, and, just the OGs of, like, when you think of luchador wrestling, I mean, you think of the OGs of wrestling. So did you watch any of them? And you said your dad, loved wrestling too. So was it any of them that he particularly liked, or any of the OG that inspired you?
Oh my God. Even going back and watching old movies like El Santo and Blue Demon, and I've always been captivated by luchadors, and so I've always been drawn to them. And then, like I said, when I first started wrestling, I was a very small guy, even smaller than I am now. But I'd go back and watch Rey Mysterio Jr. and just see how small he was in WCW. But the mask added this mystique, this charisma, something different to him. You didn't focus so much on his size as you did on the man in the mask. And it kind of clicked that that's what I needed to do to at least start out. And slowly but surely, the name of Fuego del Sol has grown, and over time, and fans have connected to it, just like I had that same connection with Rey Mysterio Jr. And so, but there were so many inspirations to me. I liked seeing guys outside of Mexico kind of adopt the mask and make it like the Ultimo Dragon and Jushin Thunder Liger. Like, there's so many guys that would come in and show so much respect to the culture of Lucha Libre that, like, they inspired me in a way that I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it as well. And I'm just so thankful and for the culture and for people to accept me in the way they have. And I hope I'm doing everyone proud by wearing this mask, because I'm very proud to wear it.
Oh no, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, luchador wrestling is just one of the most entertaining group to watch, just because it's just so fascinating. The acrobatics in it, and you referenced to Rey Mysterio Jr. And I remember, because he was a smaller size, but he was fast. Like, he would take those ropes and just, and it was like the next thing you know, like, where'd he go? Kind of a thing, but he was the power behind it. So it was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming up, and we're going to start talking about that, what's coming up over the next week. So we have what's going to be the Valentine's Crush. Yes, you heard it. Valentine's Crush. And that's going to be coming up February 11th. And I know you're going to be one of our guests there. Super excited about that. And I know you're going to be facing a very unique opponent in this. And I don't know if you guys had the chance to meet.
Brandon,
You got to.
Wait,
get out of the way, nerd.
Hi.
Come on.
Excuse. What in the, I'm. What in the
I
world?
hacked into the system. Hey, stop complaining. Get out of here. All right.
Kym, what's
Now,
going on?
I don't know.
the star of the show has arrived. Kym, I'm completely disrespected. I've been disrespected by you. You never asked me to come on your show, to come and talk to you, but you asked Fuego.
Okay, I don't even know how you got on this link, and I apologize, Fuego. So, how did you even get on this link?
I am a master hacker. And you know, when great injustices are seen, I have to right the wrongs. I see Fuego on social media posting himself eating burgers, eating meat. It's absolutely disgusting. This
Okay,
Texas
well, you know what?
boy.
This is something we could take offline. Okay, if you wanted to schedule an interview with me, then we could have talked about that. But I don't think this is the right place to do this when you're interrupting his time right now.
Kym, hold on. I kind of want to hear. This is funny. This is real funny. Continue. What did you say about burgers? What the hell?
I see you. I know you're from Texas. Everybody there eats meat. So, I mean, obviously, it's bred into your mind. You've been brainwashed to think that that's the way that people are supposed to survive. So I see you on social media. Eating these burgers, eating everything that's filled with meat. It's so disgusting. And you want to come to Southern California, a place, the land of the vegans, and bring your Texas mentality here. And I'm not going to stand for it. And I have just the person, a vegan kid, a vegan man that is on the role of a lifetime in wrestling. And I'm going to bring him in to put a stop to your fire, Fuego.
Okay, you know, we can stop
Kym,
this.
give me just a second, Kym. Because first of all, but he clearly needs to get his info right. Okay, I'm born and raised in Mobile, Alabama, and I live in Oklahoma, not Texas bred. You know, don't live in Texas. So get that right, first of all. Secondly, bring whoever you want to Valentine's Crush. Okay, bring whoever you want. February 11th, 5 p.m. I'll be there. I'll be in Temecula, California. And I'll come to the land of the vegans. And I'll whoop y'all. I'll whoop all your vegans friends. It doesn't matter because nobody's putting out this fire. And then after I'm done, I'll fire up the grill. We'll go to Whataburger and I'll chow down on burgers. And I'll buy one for you, Kym. And I'll buy one for everyone in attendance. We'll have some flame broiled beef because Fuego is here to take over.
I'm sorry, I'm with him. You know what? This is just ridiculous. And Fuego, again, I apologize. I don't know how you got on here. This is something that could have been taken off personally, and we could have discussed this.
What is your name? Introduce yourself.
My name is Enoch the Enlightened. I didn't introduce myself because everybody knows who I am. Kym knows
I have no clue who you are.
Who I am. You know what? Don't pretend just because you hide who you are. Everybody knows who I am. So you're going to come in, you're going to face my guy, and he's going to defeat you. You're going to come to California, you're going to go back to Alabama or Florida, wherever you're staying now, and you're going to go back a loser. All right?
Okay. Can we just time out, you guys? Seriously, there's a time and a place for it. You guys, we are going to have this. So to everybody out there watching this, I completely apologize. Yes, there's going to be a match February 11th. Here in Temecula, we're going to put the link and everything on here. This shouldn't have went down the way it is. Again, Fuego, my sincere apologies. Enoch, really, we could have done this. You could have said anything. You knew I was doing this. Not once did you come to me and tell me you wanted a spot because you know I would have hands down did the same thing for you. But to come in and interrupt this gentleman's interview is completely uncalled for. And frankly, I feel a little disrespected by you as well.
Look, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do because through my eyes, I get results. I get people to the shows that want to see me, that want to see Honest John, that want to see Big Hoss beat these guys like Fuego, Brandon Gatson, all these guys who claim to be good guys and then are killing animals, putting them in their mouth. It's absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting and it's an injustice, and I'm not going to stand for it. If
Okay,
you're
and in
cool
all
with that,
honesty,
that's cool.
that's your perception though. I respect your vegan side, but again, that's your part of it. There's other people who are meat eaters. I'm a meat eater. I will eat a meat. I'm with him. Barbecue up a big fat burger and let's eat. I am a meat eater. No offense to you and the vegans out there, but I'm for a big healthy steak. And I wish he was from Texas because I would be there and we'd be eating a big juicy fat cow right together.
That's nuts. Kym, I'm sorry he come in and disrespected you. He claims that everyone knows I have no clue who he is. There's a reason they put my face on the poster and not yours, Enoch. All right. But here's the deal. Show up. Bring your Beyond Beef, bring your kale, bring all the crap that you eat that you think tastes good when you know it doesn't, that you've convinced yourself to believe. And we'll see who you enlighten on that day, on February 11th. Try to come enlighten me, because the only light that's going to be shining is this smile after my hand gets raised when I beat whatever smuck you bring in. All right. And then, like I said, we're going to go celebrate this win at a Whataburger, at an In-N-Out, at a nice burger joint. I never have disrespected any vegans. I don't know why you come in here and challenge me, but I will. I have no problem. If you want to show me disrespect, I'll throw it right back at you. And you're going to have meat all over your face after I'm done with you.
All right.
Okay, can we just somebody get him out? Like, hold on, just
there we go.
Did we get him out?
What an ambush, huh? What
you know what?
Disrespect.
I feel really embarrassed right now because I don't know. This was a private link. I don't know how it got out. I'm gonna have to go back and kind of do it, but to everybody out there, to you especially, Fuego, I apologize for this. It didn't need to be, and definitely if he wanted to do an interview, I mean, he's here. I could have interviewed him at any time. So again, I apologize, you guys out there. Yes, this is something that is, going to be happening and going down February the 11th. I'm sorry, I'm still a little shook up about this, so I'm going to decompress for a minute. So Fuego, back to you. I apologize sincerely. I think you handled that very well, though. I really do.
I've been dealing with guys like that my whole life. People pick a problem with you, come at you sideways. You gotta set them straight. But luckily, we don't just have to talk like this, right? Me and you have had an incredible conversation.
Yeah.
Me and him, we don't have to talk. Come February 11th, he can bring whatever guy he wants to. I'll do what I do best. He'll get Tornado DDT'd, and like I said, we're gonna go celebrate afterwards. I'm sorry about this. I for a second there, I thought you had planned something on me.
No, that's why I was like, oh my God. And then
I could see you were shocked as me. Yes.
And then not only that, my computer starts flickering, and I'm like, I don't know. I know they're master hackers. I should have been prepared for that. However, I really didn't expect that was going to happen. It's never happened before, and I've done thousands of interviews. So how that happened, I don't know, but I will get to the bottom of it. Either way, I want to say, so when things like that happen, you keep smiling and you still keep going. You've got that positive energy about you, which is clearly why it makes you, Fuego del Sol and smile and sunshine. What motivates you? Like, how do you still continue to smile when somebody like that comes in and clearly disrespects you and disrespects what we're doing, but yet you still sat back and you took that, like, you know what? I'm going to still keep smiling. You're not going to ruin my day. Where does that come from?
I've been trying to figure that out my whole life. A lot of people ask me that. Some people say you look at life either the glass half full or half empty. I feel like my cup is overflowing full. I wake up on the right side of the bed every day. Like I'm very good at compartmentalizing, the bad and trying to flip it into a good. I'm in control of my behavior and emotions, right? And no matter if I'm feeling down or feeling upset, or someone is trying to come in and start a conflict or come at me in a way that is not nice, I see it as an opportunity. I can either try to correct this person's anger and redirect it in a different way, or if they want to throw hands, luckily I have a license to do that inside a professional wrestling ring. So even if someone tries to get under my skin, I have the perfect outlet to get out my anger and to get out my rage, why would I take it out on someone else? Why would I let it get me down today? We got the date is already scheduled. I'm ready to go. I know I can think back to this moment of this guy interrupting our incredible interview, and I can use that rage at the perfect time. Maybe it's genetics, maybe it's something I was born with. I don't know, but I know I'm very thankful to have this energy. But like some people get interrupted, that they'll be mad about it, and they'll be mad about it all day. They'll take it out on other people they come into contact with, not me. I'll be able to use that, to bottle it up, to set it to the side, and then I'll pop it open right there on the perfect time in the perfect place on the perfect day.
Well, you know what? I already respected you for the game. I respected you for the positivity, for the things you brought to the community, and just being that positive light. But I respect you even more now as a person, because just watching you go through that and still seeing this positive energy, and that's what I'm all about too. So I appreciate that. But man, I have more love and respect for you right now. And, I can't wait for February the 11th. And like I said, yes, I'm local to Enoch, and we have a history, and we go back, and I've interviewed him, been to his matches, supported him. But I'm kind of leaning towards I'm not kind of, I am on team Fuego right now, because I think I'm still in shock that this just happened. So you know what? I hope that February 11th comes and you just whoop the broccoli out of him, and I'm gonna keep my positive energy about me. So that's what it's about. So first and foremost, again, I want to apologize for all that, but I thank you so much for allowing me to interview you and learn more about you. Tell the audience, where can they find you? What are you working on? Any projects, any websites that you want to share? Please let our audience know.
I'm constantly trying to get better as a professional wrestler. So you can catch all my journeys of me growing and getting out there, taking more independent dates like this February 11th date coming up. Fuego Del Sol _ on Instagram, Fuego Del Sol on Twitter. I do a bunch of different things on Twitch to make you laugh, to entertain you. I even do some live in-ring workouts on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Fuego Del Sol. And if you want to buy any of the merch, prowrestlingtees.com/Fuego Del Sol. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry we were both caught off guard. Like I said, I've never said a negative word to vegans, but I guess I'm representing all the meat eaters out there on February 11th.
I'm a meat eater. Like I said, I'm with you. We'll go celebrate. So whoop his ass so that we could go get a burger
afterwards. For sure.
So again, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for just staying that positive, keeping that positive energy about you when this chaos happened. I'm really looking forward to February 11th, Valentine Crush. To everybody out there watching, again, we're going to put the link so you'll be able to follow Fuego Del Sol on everything that he's mentioned. And we'll give you more information about Valentine Crush coming February 11th. Clearly, if you saw this segment, you know what happened, you know what's at stake. So go meat eaters. No offense to you vegans out there, but it's going to be a very interesting match, and we're looking forward to it. So again, one last question, and you probably get this all the time. Any chance of seeing what's under the mask?
I'm a superhero, so it's hard to reveal the secret identity today. Maybe one day.
I love it.
But not anytime soon.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So thank you everybody for tuning in to this special segment with Fuego Del Sol, Keeping Up with Kym and Keeping It Real with Kym. We're looking forward to seeing you at Valentine's Crush. Crush the broccolis, crush the lettuce. Salad can go out the way. It just comes out the other direction anyway. So meat stays in your system longer. I don't know. I'm just going with the now. I think that's me trying to stay positive after everything just happened. But anyway, again, thank you, Fuego Del Sol, for being on my show. Again, everybody, thank you for keeping up with Kym. We'll see you at Valentine's Crush on February the 11th. Look at the links below to get your tickets and how you can see how this is going to end. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.